Hey there, it's Kelly Donahue Piro, your favorite industry best friend. Well, I'm here to let you know that you've done something great for your agency by joining and listening in on our podcast or watching our YouTube channel. I just want to remind everybody that we're here to help. So if you need anything, drop a comment, go to our website, hang out with our chat, or just contact us. There's a problem in your agency, I got solutions, right? I like to think of it, you got a problem, I'll solve it. But let's get into the content today so that you can improve your awareness and knowledge of solutions that exist to the agency's core challenges. They didn't want to wait till renewal. Somebody came in, painted a better picture, maybe showed coverage gaps, etc., and you got your butt kicked. That should sting, and that should be a teachable moment for everybody. All right. Cancellation reasons. Many agencies have a good retention rate, but to get to great, you really need to be looking at your cancellation reasons. And we're going to talk today about what are the top ones and then how to stop them. Some of these might actually surprise you. So many people think price. Well, you know what? I think there's a big difference with price. They called you to talk about it and you couldn't do anything. And price, they didn't call you. If you had no renewal review, you just got the cancellation, you called them and said, I found something less expensive, that's actually relationship. That's actually education. The person didn't know that you were an independent agent, and so they didn't contact you. Or they just didn't care enough to contact you. Maybe they're not happy with the service and just telling you it's price. So when we think about price, I never let my agencies just say price. It's price with a remarket, price without. Price with a renewal review, price without. Because we have to identify, did we connect with them or did they just call in and tell us price? Price, when they just called in, is relationship. It's just hidden. Another big one is non-payment. So depending on the type of book you have, where you are, payment issues can become a drag. And that means that you need to come up with standards, right? Try to sell everything you can new on EFT and pay in full. And then every time the phone rings and somebody wants to make a payment, we should be trying to get them on EFT and pay in full and come up with some standards of how many times they can lapse before you come back. You're just not making any money on those. There's a ton of liability in it, and you really just don't want that. Another sneaky one that I like to remind people on is midterm cancellations. So midterm cancellations are usually tied around some kind of change, right? Like a vehicle change, let's just say. If you're not running the right procedure and not telling people the premium difference, they get that in the mail, they bug, and they leave. The other midterm one that you want to think about is it monoline? Because there could be another agent trying to snipe that policy, which means you also need to be trying to get your monoline customers to give you those other policies as a strategy to shore it up. Monoline always has the least retention rate, so you want to work on fixing that. Now, another really one that doesn't happen too often, but when it does, you really need to take notice, which is you get an AOR or BOR. That means you got fired, okay? They didn't want to wait till renewal. Somebody came in, painted a better picture, maybe showed coverage gaps, etc., and you got your butt kicked. That should sting, and that should be a teachable moment for everybody. Now, we just lost it because they brokered it away. It's like, no, we need to get fired up about it. But the reality is, on these cancellation reasons, you want to clear out the ones that you can't control. Somebody moved. Now, if they moved and you write in that state, not a valid excuse, okay? Someone passes away. No problem. That's going to happen to all of us, right? Someone sold something. They sold their business. Okay, you clear those out and then you have the clarity of what you need to really drive home your retention rate. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It is so fun giving you guys tips and tricks every single, week out there. Remember, you can find us on social media for updates. You can like or comment on this podcast or video, and we're here for you. And check out our website. There's a ton of tools. We have over 1,000 blogs on our website. We have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. You can search and find answers to your top questions. But also, if you need a little bit more help, you want a best friend that's there cheerleading for you, giving you the guidance that you need, and being there on some of those tough days, let us know. We'd love to meet your agency and learn if we're a good fit. All right, signing off. Go sell insurance.